Let's be honest, we all face problems. It's just part of being human. Some are small, like hitting every red light on your way to an important meeting. Others feel massive, a career setback, a health crisis, or a relationship ending. These challenges can feel like impossible walls, casting long shadows of stress, anxiety, and that sinking feeling that you have no control over your own life. We fight back, we struggle, we try to push against reality, and most of the time we just end up more exhausted than when we started. But what if there was a different way? What if, buried inside every single problem, was the key to its own solution? This isn't some modern self-help gimmick. It's a timeless secret, understood by some of the wisest people in history. The ancient Stoic philosophers, think Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, the playwright Seneca, and the former slave Epictetus, they believed that every obstacle contains a hidden gift, a golden opportunity just waiting to be found. Today, we're going to unpack the Stoic secret to turning life's biggest difficulties into your greatest advantages. This isn't about ignoring your problems or pretending they don't exist. It's about developing a new way of seeing, a kind of mental alchemy that lets you face any challenge with clarity and resilience. We're going to walk through 3 transformative questions that will become your new toolkit for solving any problem that comes your way. Before we get to those 3 questions, we need to lay the foundation for all Stoic practice, figuring out where your true power actually is. The Stoics called this the dichotomy of control. It's a simple idea, but it's incredibly profound. In life, some things are up to us, and some things just aren't. So what's not in our control? Basically, all external events, the weather, the stock market, what other people think, say, or do. We can try to influence these things, sure, but we can't command them. You can't force a client to say yes. You can't make someone treat you with respect, and you definitely can't rewind the past. So much of our anxiety comes from wrestling with these things we can't control, like trying to shout at the ocean and command the tides. So what is in our control? According to the Stoics, it's our inner world, our judgments, our choices, our reactions. The great philosopher Epictetus nailed it when he said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Think about that. The event itself is just a neutral fact. It's our interpretation, the story we tell ourselves about it, that makes it good or bad. A job loss can be a devastating failure, or it can be a liberating chance to find a new, better path. The power to choose that perspective is 100% yours. This is the secret weapon of the Stoic. You don't waste energy fighting what you can't change. Instead, you turn all of your attention to the one place where you are the king or queen, your own mind. When you master your perception, you build an inner fortress that no amount of outside chaos can ever break through. And that shift in focus is what unlocks the power of the 3 questions we're about to cover. Question 1. Ask, what if this problem is the solution? All right, ready for that first game-changing question? The next time you're hit with an obstacle, a setback, a failure, a total disruption, just pause and ask yourself, what if this problem is the solution? This question comes directly from one of the most powerful Stoic ideas, from Marcus Aurelius himself. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Now that's not just a clever little phrase, it's a complete flip of the script on how you see reality. The obstacle isn't blocking your path. The obstacle is the path. The problem isn't a detour, it's the vehicle that's going to drive you forward. Let's make this real. Imagine a company whose main product gets totally disrupted by some new technology. The obvious problem is a catastrophic loss of money and market share. But by asking, what if this problem is the solution, the company is forced to get creative. They might invent a new, better product or pivot their business model and end up stronger than they ever were before. The disruption was actually the solution to their own complacency. Or on a personal level, maybe you suffer an injury that stops you from playing your favorite sport. The problem seems obvious, the injury. But what if the injury is the solution? Maybe it's the solution to overtraining, to neglecting other parts of your life, or to not having enough patience. The injury forces you to learn about your body in a new way, to build mental strength, and to find joy in things you'd overlooked. The obstacle makes you grow in ways you never would have otherwise. This question completely dismantles the victim mindset. Life isn't trying to break you, it's trying to teach you. The problem is a lesson in disguise. It's showing you a weakness in your strategy, a flaw in your character, or a new strength you didn't even know you had. When you start seeing the problem as the solution, you stop fighting it and start working with it. You go from being a fighter to a strategist, looking for the hidden advantage inside the challenge itself. Question 2. Ask, what am I not willing to feel? The second question takes a different kind of courage. It asks you to turn your focus away from the outside world and look inward with total honesty. What am I not willing to feel? The Stoics knew that most of our pain doesn't come from the problem itself. It comes from the desperate, frantic things we do to avoid feeling uncomfortable emotions. Think about it. We're not afraid of giving a presentation. We're afraid of the feeling of embarrassment if it goes badly. We're not afraid of being alone. We're afraid of the feeling of loneliness. A betrayal doesn't just upset us. We're destroyed because we're unwilling to feel the vulnerability and pain that comes with it. This question is like a diagnostic tool for your soul. It shows you exactly which emotional attachments are causing you to suffer. The problem is just the trigger. Your resistance to the feeling is the actual wound. When you refuse to feel something, whether it's fear, rejection, or uncertainty, you give it power over you. You start making bad decisions, not based on logic, but on a desperate need to avoid that one feeling. You might stay in a job you hate, just to avoid the uncertainty of looking for a new one. You might avoid a tough conversation just to sidestep the feeling of conflict. Now, the Stoic approach isn't about becoming a robot. It's about having the courage to feel an emotion fully without being controlled by it. Seneca said that when we feel anger, we should just pause and delay our reaction to give our rational mind a chance to catch up. By asking what you're unwilling to feel, you drag that emotion out of the shadows. You can then choose to sit with the discomfort and realize that it won't actually destroy you. When you do that, you build incredible emotional resilience. You find out that peace doesn't come from a life without difficult feelings, but from the ability to feel anything without being broken by it. If these ideas are clicking for you, and you're looking for more timeless wisdom to build a more resilient and purposeful life, take a second to subscribe to the channel. We're dedicated to exploring ancient philosophy for modern challenges, and we'd be honored to have you join us. Question 3. Ask, what does this make possible? All right, so you've reframed the problem and you've faced the feeling. Now for the final step, the one that points you toward the future. You ask, what does this make possible? The first question changes your relationship with the problem. The second changes your relationship with yourself. And this third question opens your eyes to what's next. It's a direct search for the hidden opportunity. You know that old saying, when one door closes, another one opens. We're often so busy staring at the closed door that we don't even notice the new one swinging open. The Stoics saw adversity as raw material for virtue. A crisis isn't just something to get through. It's a chance to practice courage. Dealing with a difficult person isn't a curse. It's a chance to practice patience. A financial loss isn't just a disaster. It's a chance to practice self-control and figure out what really matters. This question, what does this make possible, shifts your focus from what you've lost to what you can now gain and who you can now become. Did you lose your job? Okay, what does this make possible? It makes it possible to change careers, start your own business, move to a new city, or finally spend more time with your family. Did a relationship end? This makes it possible to rediscover who you are, to build deeper friendships, and to figure out what you truly need in a partner. Did a project fail? This makes it possible to learn from every mistake and build something even better the next time. This question is the engine of what they call post-traumatic growth. It moves you from just surviving a problem to actually thriving because of it. It all leads to the ultimate Stoic goal of eudaimonia, a state of human flourishing that comes from living a life of reason and virtue. By constantly asking what is now possible, You train your mind to see potential where everyone else sees a dead end. You start to understand that life isn't about avoiding challenges, but about using them as the raw material to sculpt a life of meaning and strength. The Stoic secret isn't a magic trick that makes your problems disappear. It's a fundamental shift in perspective that makes your problems useful. It's the deep understanding that you can't control what happens to you, but you have absolute power over how you respond. The path forward is clear. First, you build your foundation by embracing the dichotomy of control, focusing only on what's yours to command, your own mind. Then you arm yourself with the 3 questions. When a challenge hits, you ask, what if this problem is the solution to find the path hidden inside the obstacle? You look in the mirror and ask, what am I not willing to feel to reclaim power over your emotions? And you look to the horizon and ask, what does this make possible to discover the opportunity that every setback creates? These aren't just questions to think about. They're tools to be used. Write them down, put them on your wall, make them a part of your daily life. The next time you feel that wave of stress and powerlessness start to rise, just stop, breathe, and ask. You'll find that within every problem truly does lie a gift, the gift of wisdom, the gift of resilience, and the gift of your own untapped power. You will no longer be a victim of your circumstances, you will be the architect of your character. If you found value in this ancient wisdom, please give this video a like and subscribe for more lessons in practical philosophy. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Share which of these 3 questions you plan to use first. Your journey is an inspiration to all of us. Thanks for watching.